Hi, it's me Vamp, and as you can see, I'm actually running trials. Um, Law of Retribution trials, rather. It's the raid, on Warframe, of course. It's the first raid. I'm running normal mode. This is with random people, by the way, so I just want to give you a heads up on that. I'm doing a voiceover because I actually ran this already, and hopefully I'll be able to, give you guys some helpful tips and whatever. I'm running as Trinity. What happened there in the comment section is, we were having trouble deciding who's going to be lucky. Now at Trinity, my job is to constantly do energy. Now, I'm still kind of new to raids in general, so I may make a few mistakes, but I'll try to point them out the best I can. Okay, so yeah. Now see there I accidentally hit Link instead of Energy Vampire, but Link is a good ability to use in the raid, and we'll come back to why it is a little later. Let's continue on with this, shall we? Okay, so as Trinity, I can't get through the door. Ideally, you'll have a Nova there to make a thing, but it's entirely okay. Your health is constantly ticking down the closer you get to the energy injector. So I should have been paying attention to my health. Now I am not hacking anything right now. I normally sometimes hack stuff, but at Trinity, your first priority is to find enemies so you can energy vampire. That's your priority at Trinity. I should have used Blessing right then, but I wasn't paying attention to my health. And as far as his thing, he wasn't close enough to me at the time. Yeah, see, I was reviving him, so I couldn't, do energy vampire stuff. So that's what happened there. It still managed to work out because, okay, so I've been hearing mixed reports. Some people say the bomb doesn't have to be at 100, but I believe everyone assumes it does, so it's usually better just to, because if you're doing with a group of randoms, you want to argue as little as possible. Now, I wasn't in the party with any of these people. I was actually listening to music because I always recommend, yeah, usually raids have a bit of lag, so you can't really blame people too much on that end. But yeah, I was listening to music because that's actually a pretty good tip. I do the raid semi-regularly, so I know what I'm doing. I'm just not usually always Trinity. It's best to listen to music or whatever so you can get a good rhythm, have fun doing it, okay? It doesn't have to be raw. I have quick thinking on actually my build. I'll put a card somewhere up on this video so you guys can see it, and that will look like that. I was going to try to hack that one anyway, but someone else already did. I'm like, better hurry look for enemies. So I do energy vampire again, more energy vampire. Now at this point I don't know if it's vulnerable or not. I'm just energy vampiring stuff. Because that's what a Trinity does. And I'm on console, in case you were wondering. That's why I did no, like, just click pinpoint accuracy or whatever. See, he's waiting till the bomb gets to 100%, which I feel like you'll have to do. I feel like if you can get away without it, it might be a glitch or something, but I don't know for sure. It's just something some player told me, and he seemed like a pro player, so I was like, maybe he's right. Who knows? I touched my nose when I said that, in case you were wondering. It's very important. Important detail. I know, you guys are hearing me talk a lot right now. Well, because I want to provide the best whatever I can, if I can. Now this, I ran a little bit ahead on. I don't know if that was the right call or not, but basically I ran ahead so I could look for enemies. Now see, I should have energy vampired right there. See, at the time I didn't realize, but he was in range, so I could have energy vampired there. Sometimes he's not in range, and you know, I mean, now he said he needs health. I'll admit that was my fault at right there, only because he was in range. But right now, none of them are in range. So if they go down, then they go down. As a Trinity, my priority is energy. So, you know, I can't shadow every single person as a Trinity because, you know, energy is what is needed more so. So, yeah. And, okay, so the person who said shaking my head in the comment, I'm not sure if you know this, he annoyed me only because of the fact that that's really not contributing anything. If anything, I'm lucky that someone didn't just leave. I was deciding what to do at this point. I was like, I'll follow the bomb runner because, you know, energy. And, you know, more energy stuff happened. And I hope this video is synced up with it pretty well. I'm trying. I really am trying here. I'm looking at the video and making comments. I'll try my best to get synced up just perfectly. And right there, it didn't work out. I'm going to assume they had lag. But, you know, it's okay. Sometimes you'll have to be patient. I mean, we were in a party. Now, he's starting to get quite a bit annoyed because apparently stuff isn't being happened fast enough. So, again, I'm surprised. Again, I'm surprised that people didn't just leave at that point because, yeah, I died there mostly because I ran out of energy. So even with quick thinking on, biggest reason I died is because I was too focused on one enemy. That's the thing about Trinity, you should keep moving. So that actually might have been my fault. I died there. And, you know, he revived me. I'll revive him. Tit for tat, as it were. That's not really how that works. Whatever. Yeah, you can energy vampire maniacs. I call them maniacs. Okay, and as you see, it succeeded. Now, I'm sure you can tell, but this raid took us overall about 30 minutes? Yeah, about 30 minutes. Yeah, okay. I just energy vampire a lot. I have a good amount of range, so yeah. And I wasn't in the range of the people that needed blessing, or I would have. And see, he's not really helpful at all. That thunder person, he just, yeah. I mean, he's not doing anything against me directly. I just don't think his shaking my head thing is contributing to the team at all. Now here was a little lag, so it took a moment, and he said shaking my head again. This is what I got from the first part. See, I actually already did this raid a few times, so the normal mode and the nightmare mode, that's normal, but I'm not going to get the arcane as a reward because you only get that one, you know, 24 hours, well, on reset. The daily Warframe reset, it resets and you can do it again. But I already did it a few times, but I will still get credits. If you have a booster, it's a little over 400,000. Now everyone ran ahead on this. There's a hidden, sometimes there's a rare chest that spawns up there. That's why I was debating whether to go up there or not. But everyone seems to, you know, whatnot. So I was like, yeah, okay. Now here I'm energy vampiring as much as I can, as soon as I can, because you, even though their energies are pretty much full, except for one. Okay, working on that, of course. You'll have to assume that everyone's going to be spamming their energy. Even if they're not, just assume they are as Trinity. And keep on spamming. Yep. Spamming, spamming, keep on spamming. Now he said waypoint 5. He actually, that's what happens when it's the wrong one. He said the wrong one, so I went on. Now, I did end up crawling close to the edge, so someone could revive me without dying themselves from being on the wrong one. Now, I died there because I didn't have energy, because I had just got back up. The Vulcan comes, revives me, and that's good. So, yeah. I finally, at this point, recovered from getting on that wrong one. Now, I get on this one, which is fine. I have to use an energy pad because I was out of energy. Now, here's where, what's it called? A baiting link comes in. How I'm using it, if I, to see enemies, like if I don't see the enemies, a baiting link, and, you know, even though it only lasts for about a second, it still shows me where enemies are. Now at this moment, almost everyone goes down because it shocks everything when you get it wrong. And the reason we got it wrong is because someone got off their pad. Because it's a common misconception that A, you can get off your pad, or B, go off when enemies are shooting you. But no, you guys continuously stay on the pad. Fun fact, Nyx can actually use her absorbability while on the pad. I know it technically makes her levitate or whatever, so I wasn't sure, but yeah, she can use it no problem while on the pad. You can also use your fifth ability, your focus ability, while on the pad, and it won't do anything. Just also a fun fact, you can go into operator mode and have your operator stand on a pad if you're a shorter person, or you see, hey, the pad's right next to you. Let's see, this was wrong again, which, you know, people get stuff wrong, so no, I really can't blame too much. That was very bad positioning on my behalf, but it worked out. Now see, waypoints are important. Whenever you see the right location, you waypoint it, so people know to get on it. Okay. See, energy, so he could constantly use best steal. Now, on Nightmare mode, Trinity is actually, like, see how I'm running sometimes and I'm not. I'm getting to the enemies and energy vampiring them, but, you know, I'm taking somewhat of my time. Well, in Nightmare mode, that won't fly at all. Only because the pads drain 10 energy per tick in Nightmare, so yeah. And I'll be honest, I thought I was going to die again by going on it, but it worked out. Now see, that one is hidden behind the wall. A baiting link goes behind walls and stuff, so that didn't necessarily help me, but the thing is, I have so long of range, I could just do it from there, and it worked out just fine. I mean, some people say it's best for Trinity to get on the pad last, but to be honest, it doesn't really matter if you have the right amount of range. And we passed this part. Just as a feature note, if you have more than 6 people, it adds another one or so things there.
We can use this to draw out Vahak. Make sure it
Now
reaches
the
extraction.
Nova tried to glitch with the door thing, which isn't necessary on normal, but on Nightmare people like to pre-hack and shoot the bombs before we go through. And that's just perfectly fine. Now, as a Trinity, it's customary for the Trinity to be the main one that pushes the train. Because of the fact that, you know, the Trinity, Energy Vampire, along with you have Vampire Leech, Energy Vampire, give double shield, and then it depends your blessing, and blessing heals your shield as well. Now, in a moment or so, you're about to see me go off and on, so it keeps turning red and green. The reason I do that, because if everyone's not on the pad, you don't play into electricity. Electricity damages it so much. It's crazy. Like, there's electricity right there, so I'm kind of iffy about going forward, but it works out. I do Energy Vampire.
Grenier have regained control of the tram. You are making solid progress. Keep moving.
That just came to help me, because once you do the pad thing, that's not... Yeah, see, I keep going back and forth here because, you know, gotta wait for...
The tram is retreating.
Okay, now I can go on. Now, see, crowd control is good, because if there wasn't crowd control, I wouldn't have been able to do that without dying. Just stand there.
So, I brought his creations to extract.
Now I'm a little hesitant because
Cannot stop progress.
no one's on all of their pads.
Dominion.
And I think that waypoint is actually a pad location.
The consequences of a
In
rupture
my
here are unthinkable.
group I do this with regularly, we call it the hidden pad. Okay. I ran out of shield, so what I did is I blessed things real quick.
You are nearing extraction. This is the final push.
Now see, right as I started making it through, I believe someone got off the pad a little too early. I could be wrong, maybe that was something else. It was something else. Because I felt a shock there for a quick second, but, you know, in the end we made it through, so it's perfectly fine. Now see, it's always good to waypoint pads for, you know, people who don't know where the pads are. Because it's not really a big deal. I mean, everyone has to learn at some point. As long as you're open to learning, I'm just fine with,
The core will help
you know,
defending against future
teaching.
attacks, but we must
What?
return to our purpose.
To an extent. Depends on my mood on this. Sometimes I'm lazy and impatient. Sometimes I'm good, you know, good teaching, whatever. Teachings for days. You know, whatever the kids are saying nowadays. No, speaking of what the kids are saying, Law of Retribution, LOR for short. In case you didn't catch that. Remember, it played the same way on console as it is on PC. Now, how fast it it's played, especially normal mode and hard mode even, depends on how many people know what they're doing 100% in your group. A real good group can get done super quickly. This took 30 minutes, which, you know, not real bad. Yeah. Okay, it's actually, we're waiting for someone. It's actually important to, you know, wait for everyone if you can, because this isn't one of those bosses where everyone has to be there. Literally, one person could be like super ahead of everyone and just run in and start it up. And that's not good, because then that person could die right away, or everyone could die, and you know, it would just take the mission, make the mission go longer. There is no time limit on this instinct. Now, those little flying things that I shot at, they actually, if you're under them, they drain your energy. I mean, they don't drain your energy. They make it so you can't use abilities, which is effectively what's draining your energy. But the fun thing is you can, in fact, Trinity, not just Trinity, but abilities do affect them, oddly enough. So like a Trinity can energy vampire them as long as she's not directly under them. Because if she's directly under it, would stop her ability. And right now, I just, you know, decide to energy vampire because why not, right?
Stay together, insects, so I can crush you all!
There we go. It looks like they got stuff, so they got the doors open, so I would just like, hey, I'm going to, you know, stuff. And then I did stuff. That's how it works, right? That's how people do stuff.
This is the best you can do?
Yep, that's indeed how people do stuff. Okay, let's see. Now, like I said, Trinity's main job here is just to energy vampire everything. I mean, if you see someone's running low on health, you can, you know, drop a blessing, because just about everyone is with, or I believe everyone. This is a small enough map that I believe everyone is in range of blessing. Unless the bomb runner is running off something, they might not be in range. Now this bomb runner I didn't notice at the time, but has an invincible frame, as they say, going on at the moment. Oh, because then they... okay. Okay, so basically that was my bad, because, you know, I read one thing too early.
They're setting coordinates for another Fomorian strike.
Yeah, I was just a bit too early. Okay. And then that's the last one. And then I just proceed to shoot him with my axe left, as everyone should shoot him. And then he dies. I like to say good game because, you know, it was a good game and it's always good to be nice to people. And like I said, I did this already today. So I got credits and not an arcane, but the first time I got an arcane, I don't remember which arcane. But yeah, I'll catch you guys in a future video. Later.